as a coach, where has your biggest evolution been?
Oh God, that is such a loaded question. I mean, the professionalism of what I do is probably like the broadest possible answer I could give to that, which in short is literally everything. I don't know that there's anything that I do the same that I did, 10 years ago. It was really bad.
I mean, let's assume we both improved as coaches. And so when you say professionalism, do you just simply mean your ability to see and correct, or do you truly mean like, okay, I don't curse as much, I'm more professional?
All of it. Like that's what I said. There is literally, I use the word literally too much, but this I do mean quite literally. Is there nothing the same about what other than maybe have fun? So I still have fun doing both, 10 years ago and today, but virtually everything else is completely different. How I approach it, how I prep for classes, my reason for being there and my understanding for my reason for being there, my intent to connect with people, how I go about structuring warm-ups and scaling and seeing and correcting. And I mean, to steal some words from Joe DeGaines, I'm embarrassed of the coach I was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think recently I came home from coaching here at the box, and I came home and I was just like, Roz, oftentimes when I get home from coaching, I'm like brain dead, but at the same time excited and want to talk about it. And I think the biggest evolution for me was, I would put it like this. In 2007, coaching was about me. In 2020, it's about everybody else. And part of that is, Roz said this to me when I got home. She's like, you're just empathetic now. And yeah, what I was getting at for me, it's kind of like the music analogy. Like this was, I got into the Grateful Dead when I was a teenager, but it was like, there was a song called Touch of Grey that came out, and it was the band's first #1 hit. And it really took them from this band that people followed and had a deep devotion to people were hearing one song, and that now all of a sudden they're showing up at the concerts and changing the entire culture of Deadheads. And I was, I was one of them to some extent. I was a teenager, and I eventually really got into them, and I can prove it by how much pot I smoked back in the day. But, same was true with Dave Matthews. Like the new wave of people that showed up, and you're like, look, Ants Marching. You don't know Jimmy Thing. You don't know, the song that Jane likes. You don't know all of these, deep cuts from their old albums. And the same was true with kind of the way I treated CrossFit. Not that you didn't deserve to come in, but it was very much like, this is CrossFit and this is how you do it.
Yeah, if I was to really sum it up just very simply, I just liked to work out when I first started. I wasn't anything that would actually resemble a coach. But now I'm a coach. People come to me for a whole host of reasons, and that is what I consider to be a coach.